13 of Myatt Snyder there. And how about the 0-2 of Austin Hill running 5th? And Matt Mills into the wall. Boy, had such a great job in qualifying. And started slipping back a little bit in that first stage.
Serious contact to the rear, just looked like loose and down into the corner. Did it look like maybe he was trying to reach over and side draft Johnny Sauter a bit?
Yeah, couldn't tell from that angle, but when it got a little bit loose, then he corrected, and then he just had to use some more room, and then finally the rear end kicked around on him. Hard contact with a safer barrier.
So under caution here at Michigan. And if you're somebody like Brett Moffitt, who had stayed out, did not pit the first time, thinking about
laps, and he was able to save during the caution. Let's see if we can ride along. This is Cody Coughlin we're riding along with.
Whoa. Yeah, that top lane will prevail. There you go.
Boy, that thing snapped quick, didn't
it?
Because Crafton was below him, he couldn't make the inside pass, and now he's gotten loose, and the 45 is going around, and contact for Fontaine.
All right, gathered up, you covered. You got 3 or 4 behind you. All the tires up.
More problems than just flat tires.
We saw the 2 of Cody Coughlin get loose up there in that corner, and then I don't know if it was a reaction from Fontaine to what he saw ahead, but pretty heavy contact to the right front. That'll more than likely end his day.
Final stop for the 52, and the yellow is going to come out as Myatt Snyder has had contact.
He may have had contact with Grant Enfinger as they were trying to get to pit road.
The pit road, one of them. Oh
no.
Was he braking to try to get down to get to pit road? And he was hit in the back. See the damage to the rear of the 13 truck? I think maybe Josh Rayoum was at the 33 that clipped him in the rear when Snyder was trying to get to pit road.
Boy, Myatt Snyder's spent a good part of this day inside the top 10. That's unfortunate.
Not sure
for the young driver.
The red light wasn't on when he got to the entrance to pit road.
Watch the contact. I think that's Snyder trying to slow for pit road and was hit. Does that Dalton
Sargent got into him? It was.
Top 2 contenders for Rookie of the Year.
You know, Harvick told me earlier the groove's not going to move up, it's going to move down.
Spin coming out of turn 4, and it looks as though Erik Jones is going to be able to keep it going the right direction, but he does get it into the grass. Kelly.
Middle of 3 and 4, coming off turn 4 here. Same thing we saw yesterday with Chase Elliott. Just gets loose, spins out. It's a slick racetrack. It's going to be that way all day long as these guys fight for grip. This guy was racing dirt cars at Knoxville Nationals last night.
Actually, early this.
Oh, we got a crash behind him.
And way back behind him. Truex is involved.
And they got
78 William Byron. Truex trying to keep it out of the traffic now in the middle of the track.
Still got a few more coming here. 2 more.
I don't think Truex hit anything. We'll talk about how slick this track is. See exactly what happened. William doesn't want to go to that bottom ground. He's already loose.
Yeah.
I think he may have had a flat tire. God, that thing looked so loose turning off into turn 1. I thought he was driving into the middle groove purposely and not going to the bottom. Going to force Truex into the top groove, into the high groove, outside of the groove. And Williams' car looked so loose off the wall.
Yeah, he was loose early in the corner. Truex, he's seeing what's going on.
Hang on to it, hang on to it, hang on to it.
Look at downshift. Holy cow, man. He downshift, stood in the throttle. That is what saved him from backing into the wall. Incredible.
2 tire stop. This is how you get turned around.
Contact with that right rear, knocked the quarter panel in on that right rear tire, and it eventually cut the tire. And when it did it, it took the rear brake line with it as also, so he's got some work to do to get back on the racetrack.
And I think he has a car advantage because he's been faster than both of them all day.
Oh, contact.
And Erik Jones trying to keep it out of the wall. He spins.
Hold on.
Caution comes out. He drops right back in front of traffic.
Oh, my goodness.
That's scary.
Erik thought that Ryan wasn't going to keep going to the bottom, but it's just, you know, sometimes things happen when you're racing. You know what I mean? It's hard just to point the finger and say it's always somebody's fault. It's just racing, going for a spot.
That's right. I mean, you got to take, if you're Blaney, you don't go to the bottom and give the guy an option to drag race you and beat you down the back straightaway. You take that preferred line. If he's back there on the right rear quarter panel, 13 car, I believe.
Martin Truex Jr.
Turn down the hill.
Was scored as the highest scored lap down car when the caution came out. More than likely, he will get the free pass. Ty Dillon, the flames rolling underneath the 13. I'm sure they will be telling him to get out of that car. He'll drop the window net a little bit there.
See the white car on the bottom of the racetrack. That's Ty. Oh, he ran over something.
What the heck?
Yeah, he ran over something, and then I don't know if it knocked an oil line out of it, Steve. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like oil smoke because it's coming out of both front tires. And right there, the right front tire looks up.
Oh,
wow.
This is huge.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. That angle of impact.
Spring rubber flying out of the car.
Let's go back and see if we can figure out what that was that he ran over.
It looks like a
That's got to be
tungsten.
Yeah, that's got to be a weight. Because watch the damage it does to this car.
Yeah, watch the front jump up when it hits it. If that is a piece of tungsten, look
Just
at that.
tears that splitter off.
If that is a piece of tungsten, Steve, they'll have to be labeled by the car numbers.